Since the most typical superhero, Superman, has been created in the comics, superheroes and their legends soon dominate the whole comics industry and successfully spread themselves into other medias. They became great topic of films, shows, and games. However, during the 80 years, those superheroes are not monotonous. If they cannot catch up to popular culture, they will be forgotten quickly. Among those superheroes, one of the most famous one, Spider-Man, successfully follows the pop culture. During the 15 years from 2002 to 2017, Spider-Man had changed a lot on the screen, especially his characteristic and behavior. For the first version of Spider-Man, after Peter Parker got his ability, he didn't know what it meant to him until he lost his uncle in a robbery because he chose to stand by. The great sorrow and compunction reminded him of his uncle's beliefs.
Remember, with great power comes great responsibility.
Being inspired by the last word of his uncle, Peter decided to be a superhero. He protected people in New York again and again, but the argument with his best friend knocked him down. He failed in school, he lost his girlfriend, and even more, he lost his ability. So Peter questioned himself. If he could not handle his life, how could he be a superhero? So eventually Peter gave up, abandoned his responsibility. But Aunt May told him that anyone in New York who is suffering needs Spider-Man. The sentence woke Peter up, rebuilt his confidence to be a superhero. Peter is an ordinary person before he gets his ability. He has his family. He has a girl that he loves, and also has some troubles with money, just like most of us when we are in high school. But what forced him to be a superhero? The answer is responsibility. Because Peter is strong, powerful, and talented, so he must be the one who sacrificed himself to protect others. Peter's life is completely destroyed by his chivalrous behaviors, sad and frustrated. But the passion never gone. As what Aunt May told him, he knew it was his responsibility.
You take Spider-Man's pictures, right?
I used to.
Where is he?
Henry and I agree. We don't see his picture in the paper anymore.
He, quit.
Why?
Wanted to try other things.
He'll be back, right?
I don't know.
You'll never guess who he wants to be. Spider-Man.
Why?
Well, he knows a hero when he sees one. Too few characters out there flying around like that, saving old girls like me. And Lord knows, kids like Henry need a hero. Courageous, self-sacrificing people, setting examples for all of us. Everybody loves a hero. People line up for them, cheer them, scream their names, and years later they'll tell how they stood in the rain for hours just to get a glimpse of the one who taught him to hold on a second longer. I believe there's a hero in all of us that keeps us honest, gives us strength, makes us noble, and finally allows us to die with pride, even though sometimes we have to be steady and give up the thing we want the most, even our dreams. Spider-Man did that for Henry, and he wonders where he's gone. He needs him.
15 years later, in the newest version Spider-Man Homecoming, Peter had changed a lot. Firstly, Peter was a smart boy and being selected to wear the uniform invented by the Iron Man, Tony Stark. This is where his ability comes from. Tony wanted to test his ability to see if he could be an Avenger, but the result frustrated him. Peter was impatient, overestimated himself, and tended to disobey others. Peter was still young. He needed more experience. So Tony decided to protect him, keep him away from arguments. But Peter ignored his kindness. He put himself again in danger. Then Tony took away the uniform. However, with no more assistance, Peter still wanted to fight. He wanted to show that he has the ability to protect the innocents. Tony saw his determination and ability, invited him to become a true Avenger. But Peter refused. He realized he was still young. He needed to stick to his duty. But Tony still returned the uniform, giving him a chance to become a protector. So, what is the difference? Throughout the whole series of Spider-Man, the main idea is responsibility. Superheroes are great. Their powerful body not only brings them great power, but also brings them great responsibility. People admire their selflessness. They have their life. They are not required to be a superhero, but they still decided to sacrifice themselves to protect the innocents. Like Spider-Man, he has his own desire and anger, but he thinks those emotions are monsters, preventing him from being a good protector. So he wants to get rid of them. Those emotions become a real monster, Dark Spider-Man, and fight against Peter. This is what most superheroes look like at the time. Whatever the criminals do, superheroes are not going to punish them by themselves. Even more, superheroes are willing to protect those criminals. They protect people from danger because they have talent. They are strong, powerful, kind, selfless, and merciful. This is what a great person looks like at that time in most people's mind. So that's why we can find some of the elders are more like a real gentleman. Keep their balance all the time, being polite and willing to help others without hesitation. But until now, people are tired of those greats. They prefer to live in a free way, doing what they want to do, never being bothered by the rule. So in the film, we want to see a hero that is closer to us, living in their own ways. Spider-Man is a high school student. It's too hard for him to realize his responsibility. He feels excited when he gets the uniform. He even shares the fight between Iron Man and Captain online through his phone. He might be impatient. He might be out of control. He has his own ideas. He is tired of school and willing to have more challenges. Most importantly, he is not perfect anymore, like all other teenagers. He is pissed off because he thinks Tony doesn't trust him. So he wants to prove that he has the ability to become a good protector by fighting alone without a uniform. He has his own selfish motive. The pop culture is changing. People need a superhero that is closer to us. In recent films, Deadpool, Wolverine, those heroes are getting more and more popular. The main reason is that they are completely free individuals, follow their hearts, never being bothered by the rule, and never think about their responsibilities. If people get great power, perhaps they will never be a superhero unless they want to, like Deadpool and Wolverine. No more mercy, no more hesitation. If people think they need to punish the criminals, then they will do that. The biggest difference is people now want to follow their hearts, not responsibility.